Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Jan from Guided Path Conversations, and today I'm here to talk to you a little bit about simplifying your food plan. So, it seems like these days we all have all these recipe ideas, the influence of social media. You know, someone's making this and someone's making that, and ooh, that looks good, and ooh, I'd love to try that. And I think we end up with something called decision fatigue, where sometimes you come home and you don't even know where to begin. Right? Now, some people are really good at planning their menus and doing all that. I'm not one of those people. I am not a naturally organized person. It's a struggle for me. And the other day, a couple weeks ago, I guess, my husband says to me, he heard a quote, and it stopped and kind of made me pause a little bit. And that's kind of what it's meant to do. And I can't remember now if it was Charlie Munger or Warren Buffett that said it. But one of them said, if you have a list of like 40 things that you like to eat, why are you eating number 30 or number 38? Why aren't you eating number 1 or number 2 or number 3? Because those are your like most favorite things, right? Like, why are you depriving yourself? And why are you making it more difficult? By trying to figure out what the heck to make and eat. So, in my quest for a simple life, I've realized over the past, I would say several months, that I have ended up simplifying our food plan at home. And I just wanted to share mine with you because maybe it'll give you some ideas on what you can do so that you're not sitting there every day going, what are we making for dinner? What's for lunch? What's for breakfast? Blah, blah, blah. And don't even get me started on the ultra processed foods. Like, that's a whole nother health topic for another day that I can get into, which isn't the purpose of this channel, so I won't. But the first thing is that I would say that my husband and I, and again, we don't have any children, we eat the perimeter of the grocery store. So there's no cookies or cereal or granola bars or any of those quote unquote snack foods really in our house. It is basically, I would say my snack food is popcorn that I make, or I do enjoy Skinny Pop. And if you look, I happen to have one right here. If you look on the back of a Skinny Pop bag, I don't know if you can see that, but the ingredients basically is popcorn and whatever oil it is they use, which I'm not a fan of the oil, but it's a great 100-calorie snack and just kind of gets me from work to home and dinner. But I also participate in intermittent fasting, so I don't eat breakfast. Breakfast actually becomes my lunch. So that's my personal choice, and I don't do it for weight purposes. I do it mostly for other health benefits. But like my husband doesn't. So breakfast for him is sunny side up eggs with a slice of bacon, and he likes that Vigo, V-I-G-O, yellow rice. Or if we happen to have a fresh loaf of bread in the house, he'll have some bread and butter with it. And then, it's expensive, but he likes his Natalie's orange juice, which is pure orange juice. Nothing else, just orange juice. It's not concentrated or anything like that. That's his breakfast. Now, on Christmas morning or his birthday, will I make something different? He loves waffles, but that's like a special treat then. And for me, like I said, I'm just drinking my coffee until lunchtime when I make an omelet and I take it with me for work, which is 1 egg, egg whites, some type of cheese, like right now I have Swiss in the house, so I just throw in some Swiss cheese, and a huge handful of organic spinach. That's my lunch, and I'll bring like some quinoa, because I like quinoa. Sometimes I make brown rice, but those are my two go-tos. So that becomes my lunch. And one day a week, I do go out with my coworkers. So we're always shopping for a place to eat that we can get a little bit of a bargain, because we all know how expensive everything is. So like, again, that's one day a week. That's part of my spending money, and it's my my thing I do. So for lunch for my husband, I mean, the other things we eat are chicken thighs and ground beef. That's basically it. Y'all, I have tried pork. I am not a good pork maker. It just doesn't ever come out good for me. Sometimes when I go to the fresh market, they do have these, what are they? They're like they're pecan crusted pork chops. And if they have them on sale, I'll indulge and buy some of those, because it's pretty easy to do in the air fryer. Which I guess I could do it myself, but for whatever reason, I'm just not a good pork maker. So basically, it's beef and chicken in my house, and it's chicken thighs. So on Sundays, what I'll do is I will prepare a big batch of ground beef. I'll saute up a couple onions, peppers, mushrooms. I get all those at the fruit stand. And then I add in the ground beef, probably like 2.5 pounds. And I have that ready to go, portioned out in the fridge. And that way, husband has something to eat and quick and easy for him to grab. Again, with his yellow rice. If you want to throw a little cheese or some sour cream on it, good to go. Maybe an avocado. And then dinner, again, we're boring. I'm either going to do, I have one or two, three recipes I do with chicken thighs. I've really learned to use my air fryer well now. So those go in the air fryer. We'll have hamburgers. And then on Saturday, I make him a homemade pizza, and I'll have some leftovers. And Sunday is like my one day where I'm like, okay, let's make something a little different, right? Where I grew up, or in my household, Sunday was always pasta. So I'll make like a homemade sauce, maybe throw some meat in it, maybe not. Maybe we'll have spaghetti and clams. So I usually try to do like a pasta dish, because it's just traditional, and I miss that, and that's what I'm gonna make. And I don't really, again, I'm not a big carb person. Again, that's my own choice. They've ruined wheat, which affects my gut, so I'm really picky about my pasta and stuff. And then again, I just keep fruits, vegetables in the house, yogurt, and it's Greek yogurt, and it's not Chobani. If you heard about Chobani, we don't eat Chobani. Yeah, and like, that's basically it. So I don't sit here and make complicated recipes after work. I try to do a little food prep on a Sunday to make life easier during the week. So is there like 3 or 4 things that we eat? Yeah, but you know what? My husband doesn't mind. I don't mind. It makes grocery shopping a lot easier. I feel like I'm on autopilot with it, because I just have to get this, and this. We hit Costco every other week and stock up on things. Again, it's easy now. There's like 8 things that we get at Costco, food-wise. Sometimes we don't go through everything. Oh, panko shrimp. The Costco panko shrimp. Yum. That's another go-to for dinner, and that box lasts us 2 or 3 times. So, when you portion it out per portion or per dinner, it's a good price. So what I would encourage you to do is sit with your family and say, okay, what are the 5 things we like to eat? And just put them on a rotation, right? And try to build into your schedule on the weekend. If you're a 9-to-5er like me, try to build in on the weekend some food prep time, because that'll help you in the kitchen. Shop your sales. Everybody's got different grocery stores. Like here where I am, the Fresh Market on Tuesdays has their Chuck and Chicken, which is now $4.99 a pound. It used to be $2.99 a pound. But on Tuesdays, on my lunch hour, I zip over here and I fight the crowds for the for the chuck. I like chicken thighs, not chicken breasts, which is what they have on sale. So I get those at Costco. So just start thinking about that. Like, what are the things we like to make or that we like to eat? You can even have a set grocery list. And then maybe on the weekend when you have time, that's when you do your experiment or play with something else or try something new or one of those dishes. But don't get all bogged down with everything you see on, Pinterest or Instagram or Facebook. People are showing you all this stuff, but like, you got to buy all these ingredients and, then you never use them again and they sit in your pantry and they take up space and you've wasted money and it's spices you've never heard of. So I would just encourage you to go simple. There's nothing wrong with it. Your body might thank you. Maybe you're putting stuff in your body that you don't need to. So that's my encouragement for the day. Just a short video. I want to get something out there. My next video, we are going to kind of go back into layoff mode and we're going to talk about what happens the day you get the pink slip. So I'll have that posted for you this weekend. Like, share, subscribe. Thanks for joining me this morning. Go check out your foods, chat with your family, and simplify your menu. Have a great day, y'all. Bye.